As you probably already seen and know by now, phone farming and these other easy money-making methods are pretty much done for in 2026. That's why it's been a while since I made my last video, and many other creators in this space have been checking out as well. However, this does not mean it's over entirely for making low-effort money online. Over these past few months, I've been using a platform called Handshake AI, which is essentially an AI training platform that pays you for completing very simple tasks, such as literally just choosing which video you like better. Just this week, I've already made over $230, and I'm not kidding when I say it's low effort. I would literally just sit in class while running Handshake AI, and I would get paid for being 90% idle. In fact, I'm running Handshake AI while recording this video. Let me just show you how easy it is to make money with this platform. For this specific type of task, I watch these two videos, I choose which one I personally like more, I type a short explanation, and that's literally it. It took about 90 seconds, more like 60 seconds if you subtract all that weird loading at the start, and then I just do whatever I want. Maybe I'm in class, maybe I'm doing homework, maybe I'm gaming, whatever. After your time reaches 10 minutes, you check back in, submit the task, and start another one. And once I do this 6 times, I make $17, which is more money than my brother makes at his job. And it takes literally no effort. If you add up all the time it took for me to do work, it's about 6 minutes total. And this is actually the lowest paying project. There are much higher paying projects in Handshake AI, which you can get into. I know people who have made over $25,000 within the span of a few months doing very little work. It's really insane how much money you can make. Now, why do they pay so much, you might be wondering? Well, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that over the past few recent years, artificial intelligence has been on the rise, which means companies are competing to dominate the market, which also means, lucky for us, they will pay more for less. You may be thinking, why Handshake AI? Is this the best platform? And in my experience, I wholeheartedly believe Handshake AI is the most reliable, the most user-friendly, as you can chat with other participants and assistants, and I've tried many other remote learning AI training platforms such as Data Annotation, Mercor, and Outlier, but the onboarding process just took forever. I got bombarded with endless pre-assessments, and I was unable to even qualify for most of the tasks, and their acceptance rate was also not as high as they advertised it to be, whereas I was able to get into Handshake AI relatively easily and immediately begin making money. So without further ado, to get started with Handshake AI, you do have to be from the United States. I know a good chunk of my audience isn't from the US, but this is a requirement, and using a VPN can get your account banned. When I left the US for a month, I made sure to not hop on Handshake AI at all since I want to keep my account. I will say though, I have seen people use Handshake AI from outside the US with certain softwares, so if you have access to these softwares, you can feel free to attempt at your own risk. Additionally, it's also ideal if you are a student, which I'll show you why in a second, but you can still register if you aren't a student. Anyway, if you do live in the US, go to the description of the video and click on the first link, accept the invite, and begin the registration process. Now for the email, if you are a student, using your .edu email will give you a higher chance of being accepted into Handshake AI, apparently. I know a lot of people that have signed up that are also students in colleges, and literally every single one of them were able to get in. If you're not a student, you really shouldn't have that big of an issue either. It's just that students have the highest chances according to my personal experience and stuff I've read online. But I've had some of my family members get accepted in as well, no problem. Just make sure to have a decent resume, which brings us to the next step of the registration process, which is after you enter your name, verify your email and phone number, is uploading your resume. If you don't know how to make a resume, the easiest method is to just get a template. I recommend the Google Docs template. Just list out all the skills you have, your work, your education experience, any achievements you have, exaggerate a little bit. You know how it goes. After that, Handshake is going to ask you a few questions. Just make sure you answer in accordance to your resume, and for your occupation, it basically determines what kind of project you will get. Some projects earn more, some earn less. If you put student, you'll get into the project I'm currently in, where the work is pretty basic and it pays decent. And finally, they're going to verify your identity, where you scan some QR code on your phone and follow the instructions there. Once you complete that, you should be done with the sign up, and Handshake will email you about any projects that you get into the following 24 hours. But all in all, this takes like less than 10 minutes to do. It's a very fast process. And Once you get an email, everything from there is pretty self-explanatory. You gotta take a few onboarding assessments and read the instructions on how to do specific tasks, and you should be good. Secret tip, many of the answers from these assessments are actually available online, but you didn't hear that from me. Anyways guys, that's the video. Like and subscribe if you want to learn easy ways to make money on the internet. Also let me know if you have any questions or thoughts, or if you want to see more videos on Handshake AI. Tell me in the comments below. And with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.